Hey everyone, so just a reminder, we do not have a free market in healthcare in the United States. I could bring up Medicare, Medicaid, the Patient Protection and Affordable Care Act, the employer-tied health insurance caused by our tax laws, the VA hospitals, the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, the impenetrable state lines that almost no health insurance can cross, and the list goes on and on and on for quite some time. We do not have much of a free market anymore, so it always makes me scratch my head and wonder why people point to the free market or just insurance companies as the cause of higher prices, despite the fact that a whole plethora of other industries that use private insurance don't suffer from the same cost increases we find in healthcare. But I digress. People erroneously think it's as if the government is simply an angelic agency hovering above it all trying to make people play nice. But no, I'll tell you at least one of the government-caused problems that results in the large cost increase we see in the US. The amount of healthcare laws and healthcare regulations have grown to absurd proportions. And now what is one consequence of this? A ridiculous increase in the amount of administrators and bureaucrats, some rather well-paid bureaucrats as well. Take a look at this graph. If you missed it, like I did at first, then take a look at the green line at the bottom. It's kind of unassuming. That green line is the growth in the number of physicians. Now, do you see the purple line that just pops out at you? That's the growth of healthcare administrators. Those are the people who deal with the regulatory compliance, the government paperwork, the adherence to federally mandated forms, and a whole host of other things that have nothing to do with actual healthcare. And they are not cheap either. Many of these bureaucrats and administrators, as I said before, take home a pretty good paycheck. And the only reason why their job exists in the first place is because of the obscene amount of laws we have on the books. Here is a nice little advertisement for a healthcare administrator degree, and this is actually not satire. It really is trying to sincerely sell you on this degree. It says, quote, "The healthcare industry is regulated by vast rules and regulations. It is the job of the administrator to assist with or manage the process of ensuring an organization remains compliant," end quote. Now, could that have something to do with a rise in healthcare costs? Well, let me go back to that graph I just showed you. I think it might, but that's all for now. Thanks.